pineapple papers, and I am super excited about this new series. I am fortunate enough to have been invited to play along with this wonderful Stretch the Sketch series. And there is a list of fabulous YouTubers, so they will be linked down below, so you can just hop around and see what everybody has done. So the idea behind this is we're stretching the sketch. So the sketch we're using is a Chamel sketch this first month, and we are to stretch it or shrink it. It's designed for a 12 by 12, so we can do anything but a 12 by 12 layout. Now, I primarily do 12 by 12 layouts, so it makes me a little nervous, but I have really been trying to overcome my fear of working in my traveler's notebook. So I have one process video, and my plan is to use the sketch in my traveler's notebook. So, well, let's see how I do. Okay, so I had a really fun idea for this sketch when I saw it. So when I think of stretching something, I actually think of the extending. So my thought was, okay, I'm going to take a piece of pattern paper, I'm going to put it in my traveler's notebook, and I am going to fold it so that the stretch literally gets stretched as it opens up. So that was my thought process initially. And I kind of thought that it was going to be like 2 pages in one. So we would have, you know, you wouldn't necessarily know there was anything underneath until you lifted it up. But then I realized, well, a 12 by 12 page doesn't, or a traveler's notebook is not 6 by 6, so it doesn't necessarily fit exactly. So I grabbed a piece that was double-sided, and this is from my Secret Not Secret kit, and it's from the BU collection, and it's beautiful, and I just thought these colors went really well. And I liked the idea of just even that partial folding so that you kind of know something's under there. And if you want to lift it up and read it, then great. But it was kind of like another way to use some hidden journaling. So this is my idea. And I've decided, okay, at this point, it doesn't quite reach the edge, and my traveler's notebook has rounded corners. So I'm going to take this distress ink, and I'm just going to put it around the edges, and it matches really well with that aqua-y side of the BU paper. So that way it kind of blends in, and I will end up inking quite a bit of the paper and along with the notebook here. So I will talk about the pictures a little bit. This actually has been something that I have been wanting to scrap and work on since January. This is a picture of my uncle, and he got really sick in January. So this was actually a funny picture that he sent us Christmas time, because he was starting not to feel well and they didn't quite know what was going on. So it's kind of a funny picture he sent us. And in January, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. They took a basketball-sized tumor out of his lung. And I thought, you know what? This is a great picture to journal about strength. And he was so positive, never giving up. And I thought, that's exactly what I want to focus my journaling on with this page. Well, it got a little rough and he went downhill really fast. So I've kind of been putting it off. But I knew this was the perfect collection. This was what I wanted to do. So that's what this first picture is. And so I am inking more of the edges. There you can see. And that coral distressing just is like perfect too. Like these two colors, if you didn't know any better, could totally go with the BU collection. So I'm starting the top off, and I want my layout to basically look like it's a complete layout on the front, and then you open it up and it's basically another complete layout. So in the sketch, Shamel used some arrows, and I decided I was going to take these leftover strips as banners, and I'm going to use banners instead of the arrows in the sketch. So that's where my thought process was basically going here. And I was trying to figure out, did I want color on color, how I wanted to do that. And they did kind of start to blend in, especially this pink one. But when you add that distress ink, it just makes it pop off of the page, and you can definitely see each individual element, which back in the day we had those little cat eye chalks, and I think I chalked everything. But that being said, then we went to inks, and now we have distress inks. So here's my banners. Okay, so this is kind of how the front of my layout's going to look. So the first layout's kind of done. So now I'm doing the inside layout. So I am taking this beautiful piece of navy and green fern paper from the BU collection as well. And I am using the sketch even more. In the initial sketch, you have that big square. So that's what I'm putting here. And I am going to add a picture inside. Unfortunately, my uncle did lose the battle and he passed away. So this is from his funeral, and it's a great picture of him. So I just thought I would include that inside. And then it's just, you know, it's a little hidden. Now, this quote is phenomenal, and it's from Abraham Lincoln. And I really felt like I wanted to add that to my layout at some point. So I just wanted to kind of show you that, and I wrote it down separately. And that will be part of my journaling when I actually feel like I can sit down and journal. So now I'm going to add a couple of the puffy stickers from the BU collection, as well as some of the die cuts. I love this rose gold label here, and I am going to use that in two pieces. I'm going to use one on one picture and one on the picture underneath. And I was having a hard time deciding if I was kind of done with that front, and it just kept wanting to flip up. So that's why I used that little clip to clip it down. And love these puffy stickers. These puffy stickers are so beautiful. So if you haven't got your hands on them, you definitely want to ask Christina and tell her, send me some of those BU puffy stickers, please, because they're beautiful. So there's not a ton of embellishing that I'm going to do. Just a small little cluster by each photo. I have this leftover piece of paper that I am going to use to add the journaling. I bring back in those banners so it's more like the sketch. And those got inked as well. Actually, everything got inked. So here I am just kind of putting the finishing touches. And like I said, I have not done my journaling, which is okay. I feel like, you know, the story will get put on at some point. And just like in the sketch, I am doing a big title, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to put it. So my title is going to be "To Be Continued," because we will see each other again. So this is to be continued. So I hope you enjoy this process. I hope that you play along with us, and I got a couple of close-ups for you, and play along with us. Definitely check out all of the ladies below because they are amazing, and I can't wait to see what everyone has done with this sketch. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye!